Now on 7 News, our live team coverage continues. We get an aerial look at the damage and how recovery efforts are coming along 1 week after Helene devastated the upstate and western North Carolina.
Also ahead this morning, we hear from the family of an upstate teacher killed during the storm, how they're honoring her legacy in a story you'll see only on 7.
And the latest on the power situation across the Carolinas. We look at the numbers as crews work to restore power for most customers by the end of the day. Good morning to you. It is for Friday, October the 4th. 6:30 is the time. I'm Olivia Donnelly.
And I'm Diane Lee. Thanks for joining us on this Friday. We begin with a closer look at the widespread damage in western North Carolina. Taking a look at this video near Lake Lure, you can see the destruction in this area. Roads were completely wiped away by heavy rains and flooding. A tree snapped in half and houses destroyed following that movement of Helene through the area. From this aerial shot, you can see people using an alternate route here after a road completely collapsed.
We have team coverage following Helene's impact across the upstate and western North Carolina. 7 News' Christine Scarpelli standing by in Spartanburg, but we begin with 7 News' Taylor Farmer. She's live at the Greenville downtown airport. Taylor.
Olivia, good morning. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to fly with special services on a jet to Avery County. I was able to take this GoPro and capture some of the relief efforts for North Carolina towns impacted by the hurricane. Residents in the upstate are donating items that are now being flown to places in western North Carolina that don't have access to these necessities.
Food, water, and items for everyday living are being sent to North Carolina towns devastated from Hurricane Helene. It's an effort started by Isaiah and Lori Birch with Happy Helicopter Tours. They say the donations have been a blessing.
I can't even put it into words. I mean, the Greenville community, I've never lived in a place like this in my life. I've lived all over the country. And when you see people bringing goods and supplies that don't have enough themselves, or their power's still out, or they didn't know if they'd have enough gas to get here to donate, it's very, very moving.
Birch says the effort and love he has seen from the community is something he will never forget. Thousands upon thousands of items have flown out this week. The community's support has been overwhelming for many.
We've been able to carry about 1,000 pounds of relief supplies per load. So we've done 2 loads so far, about to do our 3rd.
Pilots and volunteers say they will continue to send supplies for as long as they are needed. If you would like to donate, you can do so today at the Greenville downtown airport starting at 8 a.m. Live in Greenville, Taylor Farmer, 7 News.
Taylor, thank you. And our team coverage continues with 7 News' Christine Scarpelli live in Spartanburg with more on how people can help with debris removal. And Christine actually get paid around $1,000 a week. Fill us in.
Yeah, trained and paid. Spartanburg County said they were really successful yesterday. Saw a lot of people out here at the administration building. It's right here in Spartanburg next to the auditorium. Take a look. There were a bunch of people. They said they were pretty steady, at least, having people come and go consistently throughout the day. They're looking to pay you and to train you to help with the debris collection and removal. It's in many neighborhoods and in front of businesses. A lot of downed trees. We've been seeing them all week. And so they're really looking for some more hands to be able to take those away and get them to at least out of a lot of those neighborhoods. Take a listen.
So even though us here in Spartanburg are going through a lot, we need to all understand that there are people 45 minutes up the road from us that are going through a lot more.
It's a partnership with Debris Tech, the company they'll be working with. You do need to be able to drive, have a driver's license, and have insurance, but otherwise they will, again, pay you and train you to help. Apply here in person, 366 North Church Street. That's right here in downtown Spartanburg, guys. Back to you.
Christine, thank you. Only on 7 News. A Boiling Springs High School English teacher died in Spartanburg County during Hurricane Helene. Anna Maria Fletcher died after a tree hit her house moments after speaking with her father on the phone. 7 News' Amy Wood spoke with her family.
So good-hearted, just sweet and precious to everybody she met.
She was my best friend. We did everything together. We even worked in the same school district together. Anytime you would see me, you would see her with me.
About 2 miles from home, and she had called me on the phone, and she said, "Daddy, stay where you at. It's too bad to be out right now." And I told her, I said, "Sweetie, I'm just about 2 miles from home." And she said, okay. She said, well, please be careful. And I said, I will. She said, I love you. And I said, I love you too. She said, I'll see you here in a couple of minutes. And then that was the last thing we said to each other.
We have an upstairs to our house, and I know some are thinking that she was on the upstairs, but we were actually on the downstairs in my bedroom, both together. And I had just gotten up to go look at just because of the storm, and I was hearing all the wind. I had just gotten up, maybe not even 10 seconds out of the room, and then I heard the noise of the tree.
Oh my goodness. I am so sorry.
Even when we were little, we used to play, she would be the teacher and I would be the student, and we would always play school.
How proud were you of Anna Maria to have become a teacher?
I was proud. I was so thrilled because it's what she always wanted to do.
It's one of the reasons that I was a teacher, is just hearing her, and especially going through college and stuff, and then getting her own classroom. She was the main reason that I wanted to be a teacher. We shared everything together. I mean, we even, she drove me to work every day and picked me up every day.
These kids that's written in that had her 5 or 10 years ago saying that she was the reason they went into teaching. And she would be so shocked to see the outpour of support that she's been getting.
All the kind words that we're seeing back as well.
Her smile, everybody says her smile just lit the room up. Kids are saying she wasn't my teacher, but she would come down the hall and just smile, have the biggest smile, and always say hello and stop and talk to them. And she would stand at the door and greet each one of them as they came in the room.
Changed a lot of lives, and she encouraged her students to keep going, keep pushing, and never giving up.
I'm sorry that you've lost her. I really am. I'm sorry we've all lost her, because it's a community loss.
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm going to miss the most is both of my daughters taking the trips and going to a lot of shows and stuff together. That was what we did and enjoyed so much. And we have tickets to some other shows right now, but it's kind of be hard to go now just without her with us.
There's an emptiness that's going to forever be in this family, and it can't be replaced. And every time we think of a hurricane, we see a tree, or anything, or even see the wind blow, we're going to remember this, and it's going to hit us.
That was 7 News' Amy Wood reporting. Anna Maria was laid to rest yesterday afternoon. Instead of flowers, her family is asking for people to donate school supplies in her honor.
Just heartbreaking. Well, happening today, more food and distribution sites will open in Greenville County for people impacted by Helene. Some hope here. County officials made the announcement yesterday while giving an update on recovery efforts. By the way, they're located at Slater, Marietta, and Canebrake Fire Departments, that food distribution. The county says almost 2,000 structures were damaged because of Helene, and officials are asking people not to remove any of the trees by themselves after a deadly accident this week.
We had a person that had a traumatic incident and couldn't move and couldn't call for help, and that delayed the response time. And so do not work alone.
You can find more information on shelters and food distribution resources on our website, WSPA.com. All right, now let's check out the latest on the power situation. Duke Energy reports this morning 370,000 outages in both Carolinas. Crews have worked, as you know, all week to get the number down, and I just checked the original number in the Carolinas. It's more than 2 million people in just the Carolinas that didn't have power as of last Friday night. But now 177,000 of the outages are in the upstate this morning. 32% of customers in Greenville County are still in the dark, and it is 38% in Spartanburg County, down to 21% in Anderson County. Duke Energy estimating the majority of customers will have service by late tonight.
We have an update on Fall for Greenville. The city announced yesterday the festival has been postponed. The impact of Helene has pushed the festival back to November the 8th through the 10th. It was initially planned for next weekend. The city says cleanup efforts and disruptions to suppliers and vendors are behind the delay. Malachi.
All right, thanks a lot, Olivia. Let's take a look at your weather at 6:39. We're starting out in the 60s in the upstate, low 60s in western North Carolina. It's a cloudy start to the morning. We're going to hold on to clouds throughout the day, but a dry weather day. So we take a live look in Spartanburg and Greenville. The clouds keep temperatures near 80 in the upstate, mid to upper 70s today in the mountains. Let's look at our Friday weather. Let's check in on our Friday morning traffic.
Thanks, Malachi. Check out our commute right now. We are in much better shape through Cowpens. It's Blacksburg where I'm monitoring a good bit of delays as you head south on 85, closer to around mile marker 99, 98. It doesn't look like there's an accident, but definitely a backup. So plan for that if you need to get to Gaffney from the Blacksburg side of things. Cowpens, you're in much better shape than you were a half hour ago. Spartanburg, no issues to report. Greenville, seeing some minor slowdowns as you cross over by Woodruff Road headed north. Looks like it's just a lot of drivers out there on the roadways. A reminder, stay home if you can, if you don't have to be out there. If you are headed out the door, watch out for debris.
Ahead on 7 News, why everyone in our viewing area should consider applying for disaster assistance through FEMA, and an in-person opportunity today going on. We'll tell you all about it.